Hi guys, I'm Aussie Villain and welcome back to our bid to find baseball's greatest team. Today it is the 1967 Cardinals up against, I believe, the oldest team left in the competition, the 1925 Pittsburgh Pirates. This is the final game, of course, in our first round elimination. We will then be moving on to the second round, obviously. And yeah, we'll go through back to the American League and get down to what would be, I think, we'll be down to sort of 4 teams in each league after that. So, the 1967 Cardinals, 101 and 60. In their regular season. They're missing a game there, aren't they? Maybe they only played 161 back then. And then the 25 Pirates went 95 and 58. So 2 very good records, really. It's a one-off game. We default to modern era strategy. No injuries. World Series rosters. 25-player roster as well. So, yeah, let's go do this. So here are the 2 25-man rosters. As ever, if you just want to have a bit of a longer look, pause, scroll in, all that kind of stuff. It's their stats for the season that they're playing from. So 1967 for the Cardinals, 1925 for the Pirates. So while you do that, I'm going to go and check the starting lineups. Alright, and here they are. So leading off the Cardinals, it is Lou Brock in left field. It is Julian Yavier, or however you want to pronounce that, batting second at second. Curt Flood in center field, bats 3. Tim McCarver catches at cleanup. Then we've got Orlando Cepeda, first base at 5. Then we've got Roger Maris in right field, batting 6. Mike Shannon in third base, batting 7. He was a coach or something, wasn't he? Mike Shannon sounds familiar, that name. Dal Maxfield at shortstop, bats 8. And Bob Gibson is on the mound. And then for the Pirates, it is Max Carey leading things off in center field. Pi Trainer is is at second, batting second at third. Earl Smith is batting 3 at catcher. Kiki Kyler, he bats cleanup in left field. George Grantham at first base bats 5. Glenn Wright in shortstop bats 6. Eddie Moore is at second base batting 7. Clyde Barnhart right field at 8, and Lee Meadows is their man on the mound. Now, if you're not familiar, both these teams did come through an inter-franchise playoff to get here. I'll leave the links for both of those in the description of the video, so if you want to go back and see how these 2 teams came to represent these 2 franchises, you can do that there. 2 very competitive franchises as well, in terms of, you know, the number of teams that were sort of competitive or eligible, I guess, to be considered the best in their franchise's history. But Lee Meadows starts with a strikeout. Up comes Javier. He gets a ground ball, sharply hit, but straight to the second baseman for 2 away. And that'll now bring up Curt Flood. A 2-2 pitch. And Flood has got a good piece of that, has he? It is into the right center field gap, off the wall. And Flood has got himself at least a double. He should get there quite comfortably into third. And that is a 2-out triple. So there we go. It looks like, yeah, circle change that is, isn't it? SC. Lee Meadows is certainly sort of floating them in almost, isn't it? As he gets a strikeout there. And that is the end of that. So they can't take advantage of the SC or screwball. A screwball's the one that sort of wobbles, isn't it? Or is that a knuckleball? Now I'm getting myself mixed up. Anyway, Max Carey will lead things off for the Pirates. That is popped up, is it? Oh, not quite a pop-up, but a good catch in center field anyway for 1 away. In now comes Pi Trainer. A 1-1 pitch even. He grounds it to the shortstop. Good stop and good play. Great play by the shortstop. 2 away. Dal Maxfield is the man there. And it brings Earl Smith to the plate. A full count with 2 out. And he draws the walk. So, man on base for Kiki Kyler. A full count. Kiki gets a good piece of one into right center field, and that should, with 2 out, you would imagine, score the run-up. Is he going? He is. And it's going to be the 1925 Pirates taking a first-inning lead, thanks to the Kyler RBI double. So a walk, a double, and suddenly they're in front. Grantham, 3-0. He draws a walk. That might be sort of pitching around, but with 2 out, 1 out. Yeah, with 2 out, so you don't really need a double play, do you? Glenn Wright comes in now. First pitch. Glenn Wright, has he got it through? He has, and that should be a second run. As the run-up from second will come around to score. It's going to be an RBI single, I would imagine, in the scorebook. But the man is at second, that man, of course, being Wright. So runners at second and third now with 2 out. Eddie Moore at the plate. 3-1. And Gibson has popped that up. Really didn't need to be swinging at that. Interesting to see if we see the pitch locator. Was that something that, where your eyes light up? I mean, it's high and probably didn't really need to swing at it on a 3-1 count. Maybe he backed himself. Anyway, Orlando Cepeda. First pitch. And that is lined. Is it? Oh, it's a good by the set. We've seen some good defensive plays already, aren't we? One away. In comes Roger Maris. An 0-2. And there's a strikeout. Yeah, no, that was a change-up as opposed to a... Let's just have a look at this guy's pitches. It'll do my brain some good. So curveball, screwball, change-up. Yeah, no, I'm confusing myself a screwball if that is a knuckleball. So I'm confusing myself between a screwball and a knuckleball. A knuckleball is definitely, it's like, what's his name, Wakefield used to pitch, isn't it? And there was a guy that was at the Blue Jays and the Mets for a bit, and that's the one that just sort of wobbles, isn't it? Like it's not fast at all, and it just wobbles the whole way down. But I can't think what a screwball would be if that's a knuckleball. Anyway, one away. Lee Meadows to the plate. It's an 0-2 pitch. And that's a strikeout for 2 away. And in comes Max Carey. A 2-1 pitch even. And Carey's hit it well. Is it going to be caught in left field? It's over left field. And Carey, does he have himself a triple? No, he slides into second. So a 2-out double for the Pirates. Can they get another 2-out rally going here? And it's Trainer again. He is 0 for 1, of course. An 0-1 pitch. And Trainer has popped that up into right field. That'll end the second. But it is still 2-0 to the Pirates. And the Cardinals of 1967 will bat in the top of the third with Dal Maxfield leading things off. A 2-2 pitch. Maxfield grounds it to the shortstop. And shortstop union there. That is 1 away. I wonder if it annoys them. Like, if you're a shortstop, would it annoy you that you get, like, more that you ground out to your opposition, your opposite number? Or does that not really even count? Probably doesn't even really matter, does it? Lou Brock with 2 out, no one on. He's 0 for 1 today. It's a 3-0 pitch. And he draws a 4-pitch walk. In comes Julian Javier, who is 0 for 1. First pitch. And he has got it to the second baseman. And that'll do it for that. Just for a second, it looked like it might sneak through that one, didn't it? But just not well enough hit. Alright, bottom of the third, Earl Smith, who walked first time up. A 3-0. A 3-0, a 3-2, a full count as it's otherwise known. And he pumps it into left field for a none-out signal. A leadoff signal. I can't talk all of a sudden. Let's just leave that word alone. Kyler, 1 for 1. He hit the RBI double, didn't he, last time up? First pitch this time, that is to the shortstop for 1 away. And Grantham, who walked, I think, didn't he, last time up? Grantham. No, not enough on that. He'll be caught in left field for 2 away. Runner will stay at first. And it'll bring up Wright, who had the RBI single last time up. A 2-1. And he's hit that, but straight to center field. And that'll do it for the third. So we go to the fourth. It is still 2-0 to the Pirates. And Kurt Flood will lead things off. He is 1 for 1 today. It's an 0-2 pitch. And it is into left field. Sharply hit, but straight to the man for 1 away. Tim McCarver, 0 for 1 today. A 2-2 pitch. And McCarver grounds it to the shortstop. That is 2 away. And it is Orlando Cepeda, 0 for 1. A full count, 2 out, no one on. And it is called a strike. It was close. Oh no, it wasn't. It was 6-1. It was definitely a strike. Eddie Moore to lead things off in the bottom of the fourth. And he's got a little grubber in front of the pitching mound, and he will beat that. So a leadoff single. Infield hit. And in will come Barnhart, who is 0 for 1. An 0-2. Barnhart strikes out. 1 away. Lee Meadows, who's 0 for 1. First pitch. Lays down a bunt. Runner was going. It should get the job done. It does. So, runner at second, 2 away for Kerry, who's 1 for 2. A 1-2 pitch. Kerry strikes out. It was inside that one, wasn't it? And we'll go to the fifth. Yeah, it was definitely inside. We'll go to the fifth. 2-0. Maris to lead off that top of the inning. A 1-2 and a strikeout, 1 away. 7 strikeouts for Meadows so far. Mike Shannon now, who is 0 for 1. An 0-1 pitch. And that is, another great catch by the second baseman for 2 away. And Dal Maxfield. Mike Shannon, he must have managed a team that went deep in the playoffs or made the playoffs. That gets over the first baseman into right field for a 2-out double. which would make sense because 1967 he would have been of the age. How old is he in this? He's 28, so yeah, it would have been a while ago now, maybe. A 1-1 pitch, and that is straight to the third baseman, and that'll do it for the top of the fifth. But yeah, he must have managed, and this is showing my lack of knowledge as much as anything, as Ron Willis will be the new man on the mound to face Pi Trainer. I'm wondering if he managed like the Mets or the Braves or someone that I would have watched sort of more so that name is stuck. Maybe he was a commentator? Anyway, I probably had this exact conversation during the Cardinals inter-franchise playoff. That is popped up into center field, so that'll be 2 away as whoever that was got out. Who was that? Where are we? Smith. So it brings in Kyler, who is 1 for 2. No one on, 2 out, 0-1 pitch. Kyler up the middle. Is it going to get past the shortstop? No, it is not. And we'll go to the 6th. It is still a 2-0 game, and it's been that way since the first inning. Lou Brock will lead things off. He's 0 for 1. Lee Meadows is continuing on the mound. It's a 1-2 pitch. And it's a strikeout. 1 away. Javier now, who is 0 for 2. Full count on him. Javier goes down looking. Screwballs must be such an annoying thing to... Because, I mean, I don't know. I'm not familiar with the like the mechanics behind it. As that's going to drop in for a 2-out single. But if the ball is wobbling, I don't know, maybe, presumably you can put more top... I don't know. I'm not sure. The spin on the ball, I guess, is the thing. But presumably you could try and get it to dip as well, closer to the plate, so it looks like it's high and then drops in. But maybe if it's wobbling, you can't quite do that. But yeah, the things that pitchers can do with the ball to make it move is quite impressive. Like I bowl a little bit in cricket, and I can sort of get it to turn a little bit one way. But you know, to dip and spin and do all the stuff they get it to do, it really is impressive. I mean, they're also professional, whereas I am very much not a professional. Not a professional cricketer. That could be a double play ball. They'll get the man at second. They'll turn it. And the Pirates are retired in the 6th. So we go to the 7th. It's still 2-0. We've barely had a hit since the first inning either. Cespedes will come up. Cepeda even. A 1-2 pitch. And he swung about an hour late on that. So Meadows has 10 strikeouts. Maris now, who is 0 for 2. A 1-1 pitch. And that is up the middle, but into a bit of a shift. The shortstop has it out at first. I was looking at Meadows' stats before I started recording. His ERA of 3.67. I would thought, you know, maybe this wouldn't be a great outing for him. But I imagine with this sort of pitcher, there'd be days where we're going to stretch, and then I'll finish that thought. All right, welcome back. It is Willis on the mound. It is Barnhart at the plate. He's 0 for 2, and we're going to continue on. But yeah, what I was saying before the break there was that I would imagine there's probably climatic conditions, whether it's humidity or what it is, that as Fresco Thompson will come in now, and that'll be the end of Meadows. 0-1 pitch. So there's probably some days that are going to suit that sort of pitcher more than others, but I imagine there will be days when the ERA maybe takes quite a hit because it's not quite there for them, and ultimately if the ball's not moving, you're just doing soft toss, aren't you? So yeah, I imagine that's possibly why his ERA was so high. So Red Oldham is going to be the new man pitching. Dal Maxfield, who is 1 for 2, is at the plate, and it is an 0-2 pitch. Left-hand pitcher now, and I tell you what, that was a bit of a funky wind-up he had there too, wasn't it? Bobby Tolan is the new pitcher, pinch hitter even. It's an 0-1 pitch. And that is a ground ball to the first baseman. So that is 2 away. I tell you what, very, very, very different pitches, aren't they? Lou Brock, who's 0 for 2, comes in. He strikes out. And the Cardinals will have only the 9th to try and get themselves back into this. Dick Hughes is the man on the mound. Trainer's at the plate. He's 0 for 3. And rain is beginning to... I wish there was a way to turn weather off on this as well, just because... Why? It just don't have it rain. Pi Trainer gets one up the middle, so he has himself a leadoff single. In comes Earl Smith now. He is 1 for 2. It's a 2-2 pitch. Smith has absolutely belted that, and that is going to leave. And the Pittsburgh Pirates, with rain in the air, you wonder if that maybe affected the pitcher's ability to grip the ball. They extend the lead. They double the lead. It is now 4-0 in the bottom of the 8th. There is no one out. And the Pirates look very good to be progressing here. Kyler comes to the plate. He is 1 for 3, a 2-1. Kyler has gone back-to-back, and, well, is it the pitching change? Is it the weather? It doesn't really matter now, does it? It's 5-0. And surely the Pirates aren't going to let this slide away. Excellent stuff. All right, so Nelson Briles, he'll be the new man pitching. It'll be Grantham at the plate. He's 0 for 2. And it'll be a first pitch swing. And that goes straight up. And will be caught by the shortstop for 1 away. In now will come Glenn Wright, who's 2 for 3. With an RBI as well. A 1-0. And Wright has hit it well into center field, but it will be caught. Not well, I suppose, but it looked like it was one of those that might sort of over the infield in front of the outfield. Eddie Moore, 1 for 3 he is today. An 0-1 pitch, and that is popped up into fly territory. And that'll do it for the 8th, so it is 5-0. And the Cardinals have it all to do in the 9th. Red Oldham will continue to Julian Javier, who is 0 for 3. It's a 2-2 pitch. Javier gets the strikeout for 1 away. There is 2 outs left. Kurt Flood, who is 2 for 3. A 2-1 pitch. Flood gets it down to the first baseman, but that is out. That is 2 away. And it'll be Tim McCarver, the final out. It's a 1-0. McCarver has hit it into center field. It looks very much under control, and the 1925 Pittsburgh Pirates, they will be progressing in this one, and the Cardinals are out. So there we go. It is going to be the 1925 Pirates moving on to face the 1986 Mets, and that's that. First knockout round is done. The biggest upsets on the National League side is surely the Reds being knocked out by the Rockies, and on the American League, that's 1927 Yankees losing to the Guardians. Was quite the surprise, wasn't it? So there we go. That is that. We've got 16 teams left. Next up, it is the Royals and the Tigers. 1935 Tigers, 2015 Royals, and yeah, who's going to go on to the? It would be what, the quarterfinals, wouldn't it, or the semifinals in the American League side of things. So there you go. There's your last 16. Let me know who you think are the new favourites to win it now, and I'll see you next time for the Royals and the Tigers. Take care.